Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.
She a good girl, but the baddest. And whoever tell you different, they was capping. I know whoever slept on you couldn't manage. That's cause you inside a different type of bag.
Hey you guys, I'm starting with my hair blow dried. I know this whole situation is going on. I just finished recording, but I'm just gonna part my hair the same way I parted it in the last video. And on my hair in the back, I'm gonna braid it. Just like into the back of your ear to ear, because I know some people were telling me that they were having trouble getting it right, but I think some people do the bundles too far back, so it kind of looks weird. So you just want to make sure that you part it very near your ear. So I'm going to do the rest off camera, and then I'm going to show you guys how the part looks. So now that this is all braided down, I'm going to take my headband wig, and what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the band under, and this is how we're going to sew it in. I just already attached the band so it won't be in the way when I'm getting to the back. But you're going to tuck this over and try to put the clips on your braids, and that is how we're going to hide the band. Hey you guys, so this video is going to be slightly out of order. I know I said that I was going to sew on the wig first, but I'm actually going to do the feed-in braids even though the wig is already sewed on. But we're going to do the feed-in braids first and then after sew on the wig. So right now I'm just parting my hair. I'm going to use the Ebin braid formula, which I actually don't recommend because it did end up turning my hair white, which you guys will see later in the video. But whichever braiding jam that you do use, you just want to make sure your parts are nice and crisp and you comb everything through. But anyways, this is the first video of 2023 and the first video hitting 1K subs. I'm so excited. Alright, I got a little sidetracked, but now you're going to part a tiny section to start the braid. So you're going to part this section into 3 parts, and then after that you're going to braid twice and then add your first piece of hair, which is going to be a very small piece of hair. But I also highly recommend going back to my first video because I think I thoroughly explained how to do the feed-in braids in that video. And this video is more so on how to put the headband wig versus doing the feed-in braids, so definitely check out that first video. And like I stated in the last video, you want to braid twice and then add that piece of hair. And then as you're adding pieces of hair, you're going to gradually increase the size of the hair until you get to your desired thickness. And y'all, this is my first time braiding with nails, and I highly don't recommend unless you already know what you're doing. It's a very ghetto and it was really the struggle. So just continue braiding, continue to add strands of hair if you feel like a strand is getting thinner and it needs a little bit more thickness. And also you want to make the braid as long as the wig is. So even though the wig is already sewn on right now, if you're doing it the right way, which is doing the feed-in braids first, then you just want to put the wig on for a second just to see how long you need to make the braid, and then you can just take it off. So sorry you guys, I do not have clips of me braiding my hair all the way down. So like I said, you can always refer back to the very first video, but I'm just going to be repeating the whole process over again, and then I will come back with all the braids done. But as I was saying earlier, thank you guys so much for getting us to 1K. I am so excited. Also, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do to join the family. And go ahead and check out my Instagram too, so you can see more hair content and also fitness content if you're interested in that too.
Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want. Guess I'm doing what I want. Hope you're doing what you want. What you want?
My new bitch look like Tyler Perry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime,
Decide for where I want.
need some me time.
Hope you do what you want.
Crib by the beach like Odell. Over mom, my killers don't tell. Chateau my mom, cause I New York the shelf. Now my bitch is Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime,
Decide for where I want.
get some me time. I don't know.
Hope you do what you want. Only been a few hours, but it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast and you do what you want.
In the meantime,
Decide for where I want.
get some me time.
Now that the feet and braids are finished, you're going to flip the braids over and secure them with a scrunchie. Like I said in the beginning, you're going to flip the headband inward and then you're going to secure the wig with the combs inside the wig. So once the wig is on securely and very close to the braids, you're going to get ready to start sewing the wig on. And I would recommend starting on one side of your head. So how I did this was start with the needle and thread in the headband wig, and then you're going to put it through the back of the braid and then keep feeding it through the back of the braid, make a loop. And then after the needle was out, you're just gonna loop the thread around the needle like how you usually do when you're sewing in bundles or a wig. And then you're going to continue doing that to each braid and just making sure it's really taut and attached to the braid. Why I like this method a lot better than how I originally did it is because instead of sewing the braid onto your actual braids and sewing it into the feed-in braids, you're going to make sure it's really secure. Because if it's just sewed onto your hair that is underneath the braids, then the wig is going to be too heavy and it's going to keep sliding back, which is what I experienced. So essentially sewing it onto the feed-in braids is like an anchor. So as you continue, you're just going to keep going around. For the purpose of this video, I didn't go all around my head. I only went to the other side. But you really need to sew it around the entire perimeter of your head in order to make sure the wig is very secure on your head. So once you're back to where you originally started to sew on the hair, you're just gonna sew forward, then sew back, then sew forward again just for security. And then you're going to triple or quadruple knot the thread, and then after that you can just cut it off. I know this process sounds a little complicated, but if you guys have any questions, you can always leave me a comment down below or even DM me on Instagram. And by the way, you guys, this hair is from Maven Hair. It is their loose wave hair. It's pretty good quality. It's definitely better than the hair that I used in the last video. So if you guys are wondering, I will definitely leave it in the description box too. And the hair is also 26 inches. Now I'm going in with some edge control to do some baby hairs. I'm using Edgebooster, which I really recommend instead of you using Eco Styling Gel, because what I've experienced is that the Eco Styling Gel can make the braids get frizzy faster in comparison to the Edgebooster. And I'm also going to be using mousse on both the braids and the hair. And I'll have the mousse that I use down below in the description box also. I didn't show this in the video, but after you mousse down the braids, you also want to go in with a blow dryer to make sure it's all set in. Next, I'm going to be using the pink perm rods. I'm only using two, one for the left side and the right side of the braids, and then you're just going to dip that into some boiling hot water. So once you take the perm rods out, you are all done with this hairstyle. Like I always say, let me know what you guys want to see next. Thanks for watching and subscribe to join the family.
My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, it's some me time.